Hi, this is Dave from Heroes Needed, just one of the many fine shows you can find on the Nod Network. Visit us on nerdod.com or subscribe on iTunes, Google Podcasts, or Spotify, or wherever else you get your favorite podcasts.
Well, while you guys talk about the next thing, I'm just going to go and grab something to show you, which I think you'll be interested in seeing. Okay?
If it's your penis, I'm not interested.
I was going to say,
I
if
think
this is
Reg
his...
is out too.
Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of the Nerd OD podcast. Live! Actually live. Hey guys, how's it going?
Hello.
Oh, that's exciting, isn't it?
Very exciting, if it
How
was.
long have we been talking about this, roughly?
Yeah, just for those audio listeners. And do you know what? I'm not even sure the public will get to see this live video version because this is... currently, we are recording... socially distanced recording as we normally do, but we're also trying to stream to Facebook, but it's private because we're probably going to do it completely wrong. It's probably going to be terrible.
So I'm going to have to take
keeping it private. Next week, maybe you can all see our lovely faces as well as hearing us. I will probably have a shave.
So Dan,
Mm-hmm.
I had to just take my because I put one of my AirPods in just so I could listen to the test stream.
Right. Mm.
And when you started introing, my brain nearly just melted because I was hearing everything you were saying again 6 seconds later whilst trying to pay attention to what you were saying now, and I was like, "There's two doubts.
You have a problem with that, don't you? You don't like mishmashes of noises.
No, that's Claire.
Oh, okay.
I don't like sounds that are off tempo.
Okay. That's why you didn't like. What was that? What's that band called? They did. They were at Leeds Festival.
Oh, what was it called? Alt J.
Alt J. That's the one. That's the one. We went to see Alt J, and Sean freaked out because their music is very all over the place. Right? It's very off tempo, and the only reason that he stayed for most of it was because there was this completely drunk, totally wasted, off her face girl.
Oh, she was like,
who was who was dancing with us. Have we ever told this story on pod?
No.
It's a good one. So
right, it sounds quite stranger danger when you're just like, really. The only reason he stayed is because there was a severely drunk girl.
No.
Explain it properly.
There's a reason it gets better, Reg. So we're watching Alt J, and so they're on the main stage, and we're sort of, we're quite a way back. We're out the main crowd. We're just watching from a distance. You can see and hear everything. You can hear it. And we're just, standing there watching it and sort of nodding along, tapping my foot. Sean's holding his head like his brain's going to explode. And she comes over to us and goes, "Oh, come on, lads. Why is this amazing? Why aren't you dancing?" And she starts dancing. She starts grabbing our hands, trying to dance. When people are like, "Hey, smile." And you're like, "Don't want to smile." If I wanted to smile, I would be smiling. It's like that. Come on, dance. If I wanted to dance, I'd be dancing. I'm enjoying it. Doesn't mean I'm not enjoying it. But anyway, starts dancing.
You can leave yourselves behind.
And then she goes, "It's all right. It's all right. I've got a boyfriend." We're like, right, okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Wasn't there something to do with The Simpsons in that conversation as well?
I don't know, but I'm not finished because it gets better. She's dancing, she's enjoying it. We're like, "Oh, I like this song. Yeah, this one's great." And then she goes, "Oh, yeah, that's right." So she goes, "I'm so wasted. I've taken all of the drugs."
That's it. Yeah.
And this was a Sunday, right? And I'm in work tomorrow, right? Oh, no way. She goes, "I work at a nuclear power station."
That was a Simpsons thing. Yeah.
Oh, right, that's a Simpsons thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes. I mean, we're still here, so nothing terrible happened. We survived.
Jesus Christ!
No meltdowns here.
It's just weird how you don't like them, but ting tings, that's fine. It's just weird.
We stumbled
Bloody
on
love the
ting tings,
ting
didn't we, Reg?
Yeah. And I regret. I would have stayed out in the pissing down rain.
It was raining, and we ran for a tent. This was at the V Fest one year, And yeah, we found a tent. We were like, all right, let's watch this. In fact, no, from a distance, I think we saw a girl in a short skirt playing guitar, and we were like, yeah, that'll do. So we ran into the tent and then realised they were terrible. And this was before they'd even released anything that of note.
It was that whole stupid thing of walking out going, honestly, they wrote a fucking song about "Don't call me this" because that's not my name. Like,
no.
How do you think they're going to get anywhere? And then literally a month later, boom, "That's Not My Name" came out to be like the biggest fucking thing. It's like Hot Chip. So Hot Chip, we watched Hot Chip when we went to see Soulwax, and they supported Soulwax.
Soulwax band, I know really is too many DJs, I suppose, but Soulwax is an amazing band.
Yeah, so we went and watched them, and I just remember the dude with the afro, and I was like, he's quite funny, but they sounded awful live, and it was just that over and over and over and over again. And we're like, oh my god! And I just remember me going, I think there's a lesser queue for the bar in the other room, so I'll meet you back there, like here. And I just left because they were so bad. And then all of a sudden, they got so much bigger than Soulwax. Like, how is this even happening?
Absolutely massive, yeah. I'm pretty sure I saw them main stage at the V-Fest. It's crazy.
Hot Chip or Soulwax?
Yeah.
Hot Chip.
Hot Chip. They did you know that I can't remember which one it is. One of their songs, the one off the next album after Over and Over came out. It was written for Kylie Minogue, and she turned it down, so they just recorded it themselves and released it.
Nice.
I'm ready for the fall, isn't it? I am ready for.
Is that the one she said no to?
Yeah, and she was like,
and I bet she regrets that now.
Yeah, she's made a comeback. Kylie is on her way back.
You say that. Have you heard the stuff?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's not really. To be fair, though, she has to do something apart from a. Just quickly before the Spice Girl thing. So and then Kylie Minogue is doing country shit. That's weird. So then obviously she has to do something decent because that just flopped massively. So I think she's coming back to pop.
Kylie Minogue did a country album.
Yeah, she went all country. Did you not see the last, like the one before this one that's coming out? It was like all countrified and weird. She was on Graham Norton about a year and a half ago or something, just promoting it all, singing.
No.
But yeah, me and Ash were in the car the other day, and I think it's the new Spice Girls song, or it's one that's got most of the Spice Girls in it.
No, I don't think. Yeah, okay. Well, I know Mel C's got a song, so I'm assuming it's that.
Is it really raunchy? Because
I listened to about 12 seconds of it.
It was a really raunchy song that I wouldn't have expected to hear from the Spice Girls.
Okay.
Or any of the Spice Girls, apart from LB.
They did sing a song about making love to your significant other and making sure that you wore protection, and it was Christmas #1. So
yeah, well, this is what Ash keeps saying to me. Ash is like, "Do you not remember this song?" And I'm like, "No." How about this one? And then I start singing it. I'm like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "I suppose so." But this one was I can't remember the lyrics for this one off the top of my head, but it's something about.
It's all right. We'll forgive you if you don't remember Spice Girls lyrics.
And I was like,
"Don't you worry."
This is really good.
They're not Spice Girls anymore, though, are they? Spice Women.
Oh right, okay.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you're not allowed to call them that anymore. They're now just Spice Gender.
What about the Umbrella Academy, anyway?
Oh,
that was a very, very swift segue. That was.
I mean, surely there was other segues to do there. Like,
I know, I'm just really excited about talking about it.
How the V-Fest is actually coming back.
Is it actually coming back? Seriously?
Well, yeah, but it's coming back as an online festival, obviously.
And not as the V-Fest, because they sold the rights to the V-Fest about 3 years ago.
It's called V-Fest. Yeah, because V-Fest changed its name, didn't it?
Yeah.
Or well...
And then it went... They sold off.
Another festival went to Chelmsford, or wherever it was. So it wasn't run by the V-Fest people, though, was it? It was just like, all right, V aren't doing it anymore. Let's make our own festival in the same place. But no, I think it's just Virgin going, do you know what? This is a really cheap and easy and like straightforward thing for us to do to try and bring back V-Fest. And it's just an online festival. Yeah,
so the last edition of the V-Fest took place in 2017 when they pulled the sponsorship after a 22-year deal.
Yeah.
And then apparently it was called Rise.
That's it.
You want?
Yeah, that didn't take off, did it?
Wow. And it's been so according to Essex Live, the event, which was a replacement for V Festival, has been cancelled. This is 2019, last year, and it cost the council $500,000 in expected revenue.
What was the festival that they did that they made a documentary about and that they based Silicon Valley
Fire
on?
Festival.
Fire Festival.
Yeah, is that Fire Festival?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
No,
So
well,
bad.
the Silicon Valley thing is Burning Man.
Yes.
But Burning Man is a festival in the middle of the desert, like as far away from anything that could possibly be in Nevada, and all the sort of, well, rich people who just want to go and let loose go there and just take, again, I'm going to use the phrase, all the drugs, and just, have a fun time.
But I'm sure Fire inspired that storyline, though, in Silicon Valley, though, right?
Probably.
Because it was a complete failure.
Yeah.
Probably. 100%. 100%. The documentary after that, though, was amazing. I know we did a pod about it, but
I've never watched it.
It was so good.
Yeah, I mean, Ja Rule's still not recovered, has he?
Who?
I don't think he'll ever recover.
I know, I was making a joke on who is he.
Okay. He's doing a TV show with Kevin Smith.
Oh, really?
Well, there's a TV because obviously the world has gone to pot, and everyone's recording TV shows from home. One of the American TV stations has they thought, right, what could we possibly do now to fill this schedule, because no one can actually film TV programs. So they came up with this thing called Celebrity Show Off, and they got like 10 celebrities or something to each week do a 4 or 5 minute short, like a comedy sketch, or have an ongoing series where they're cooking or something like that. And then they'd send them in, and people watch them on YouTube and then watch them on a TV show and vote for them. And the most views get to stay, and the ones with the least views get kicked off. So they're down to like the final four now. Kevin Smith's done really well, actually. He's through to the final.
Of course, yes.
But Ja Rule I think he got kicked out after 4 or 5 weeks. But did you see the viral video a few months ago? And it was he did an advert for a Greek restaurant.
No.
Don't do it now, but have a search for Ja Rule Greek restaurant, and there's basically just this guy in the town that he lives, in the city that he lives, where he just goes on about how amazing this restaurant is. It's so poor and cheap, and everyone saw it. It got released on the internet. Everyone's like, "What's happened to Ja Rule? Has he lost his mind after Firefest? Has he lost his fortune that he's got to take jobs from a Greek restaurant?" And he's all like, "Hey, this is the best Greek food. I love the gyros." And then the guy who runs the Greek restaurant comes on, and he's like, "Yes, we have lots of customers. We are incredible. And Ja Rule, I love his music."
Hang on, there's a Bob's Burgers episode that exact same thing happens. And they get this Z-list celebrity who used to be a basketball player, I think, to go and do an advert for Bob's Burgers, and then he ends up doing it for Jimmy Pesto as well.
Yes, I remember that one. But the main point was it was for this TV show. So once that happened, everyone was like, "Oh, that's a shame. We thought it was him being deadly serious." But no, apparently it was a joke.
Jesus.
But never mind. But anyway, Umbrella Academy?
Yeah. The first, no spoilers, because we were just talking about it a second ago, but Reg, I think,
I believe.
Yeah, I'm on episode 4.
Okay. I'm done.
I'm done. So yeah, not too many spoilers, but I just want to talk about the first 10 minutes of episode 1. I think that's allowed, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
And I found it astonishing how much they managed to pack into such a small period of time, like storytelling wise. I thought it was really impressive, and also like visually, it looked amazing, especially with the explosion.
They do their musical montage as well, don't they?
Yeah.
Because I couldn't hear season 1.
That's right.
I don't know how much they relied on the music for that. But yeah, so for people that are watching this that haven't heard this story before, basically when season 1 came out, Oliver was a little baba, and he'll be asleep next to the bed when we went to watch it. So it had to be on very, very quiet. My hearing isn't great. So, like, Ash could just about hear it, and I couldn't hear a single thing.
Oh.
So I had it all on subtitles, so I never heard what anyone sounded like. And then obviously when we've seen one of our other videos that we've done, they're at the Comic-Con that we attend. And then when he started speaking, I was like, holy shit, this is what you actually sound like. And then he looked really confused because I was like, oh my God, I loved you guys in Umbrella Academy. And I was like, oh, this is what you sound like. Like, how can you love us if you don't know what we sound like? So I told him then the tale, which was hilarious. But they do a load of musical cues in this all the way through it. There's like the songs are really good with it.
Yeah, some good cover versions.
Yeah,
like
I'd never seen
Swedish
season
version
one.
of Adele.
Yes, I really enjoyed that version. Like, I'm not a massive fan of Adele, but like that was a decent tune. That, to be fair, like, have you seen how crazy she looks now? Like,
Adele.
Yeah.
I mean, he just means different, not crazy, but
oh yeah, no, she looks like if I show you this photo now, and went, who's this? Like 1,000,000% guarantee you would not say, oh, that's Adele.
Yeah,
she just looks so vastly different.
But you'd think that people could sort of, celebrate her weight loss and her, how happy she looks and everything. But the internet sort of exploded over that. It was divided into the camps of people going, "Well done, that's amazing. Look at you," and then the camps going, "Why are you saying well done for losing what she should be who she is?"
Yeah.
Exactly the same as Bridget Jones, though, wasn't it? Exactly the same.
What, as a character, or
no, as the
Renée Zellweger, was it?
Renée Zellweger,
yeah.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Good. Crazy.
But go on.
But yeah.
So, what did you want to say about the first 10 minutes?
Just that. I found it breathtaking and staggering. And when you're talking about audio cues, by the way, in musicals, I'm slowly getting through Central Park, only because it's taking me so long, because I'm watching each episode twice, because the songs are fantastic, and I'm finding myself going back, watching it again, and singing along. So
Central Park is the animation from Bob's Burgers people on Apple TV Plus, right?
On Apple TV Plus, it's got there's a lot of
on Apple Music.
I don't know. They might be.
It really should.
I mean, but guess what actor has just appeared in one of the episodes around episode 4 or 5?
Chris.
Josh Gad. No, Josh Gad's in it.
Yeah.
It's the guy that plays Elder Price.
Oh,
right, okay.
In the original stage show. Yeah, it's him.
Okay.
And there's a bit where they're both singing together, and it's like, oh my God, because Josh Gad, of course, was Elder Cunningham.
From Book of Mormon.
Yeah, but just gonna own it. It's so good. It's so good. Really enjoying it.
Yeah.
Nice. We've now run out of things to watch again, so we were like, right, okay, we just literally watched everything. We're like, oh, Umbrella Academy's back. We'll crack on watching that. So then I was like, you know what, watch Umbrella Academy, and I'm pretty sure there's something else we used to watch ages ago on Netflix, and I can't for the life of me think what it was. And then I had that horrible like gut punch of a feeling. I was like, oh yeah, it was Titans, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So Titan season 2 was out, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to watch it anyway, 'cause I'm pretty sure I enjoyed Titan season 1, and I'm pretty sure I remember like defending it quite a lot to everybody and anybody. Yeah, have you watched season 2?
Not yet.
The first, it's been 18 months or so since I've watched.
Wow.
Since I watched season 1, so it was like, here's a quick recap, and I'm like, right, okay, and then after the recap, it goes straight into number 2, like episode 2 about episode 1 about any credits. Just go straight into it, but the recap doesn't end where the first episode of season 2 takes off.
Right.
So I'm just like, right, so how did they get here then? Like, there was no explanation for it. And I completely forgot about how they've been in this country house where like Raven's dad is and stuff like that. And then you go from watching Umbrella Academy where the visual effects and stuff are just like, mwah, chef kiss. and then you watch this Titans, like this DC, and we all know how great fucking DC's visual effects are. Like Raven's dad is obviously, don't want to spoil alert, but obviously if you've seen anything like Teen Titans or anything, you will know he's a devil. And basically he wants to overtake the whole world, and that's the way Raven exists in. He comes out, and it looks like he was like, it could have potentially been Hellboy from the very first fucking Hellboy.
Wow.
thing. The visual effects on it are just terrible. And straight away I was like, all right, I'm taking out of this. And then they show you the Batman. Again, you know how the dude from Game of Thrones was Batman. He has a proper sit down with Bruce Wayne in it. And he puts on the voice like, yeah, Batman. Everyone knows I'm Batman, so I'm going to talk like Batman.
Okay.
And I can't, again, because this was something else that I watched with no sound. So I'm just like, and now watching this with sound, I'm like, I fucking don't like these people. But I like the fact that, as I was like, you know what, I'm calling it. I'm not going to watch anymore. Like, I've done one season, and this has just pissed me off, and I'm done. And they're like, hey guys, did you know Deathstroke's in this? I'm like, God damn it. Go on then. I'll watch this season until he's gone, and then I'm out.
Okay.
I just need to watch Deathstroke. And when he first brought him in, I was like, doesn't really look that great. And then you get a proper look at it, and I'm like, yeah, okay, you're not Crixus level good, but you'll pass.
That's the problem. You have a real affinity for Manu Bennett. Just like Crixus and Spartacus and Slade Wilson
yeah, he did.
In Arrow.
Yeah, he did. And it was glorious.
Yeah. Well, see, I don't remember much about how season 1 ended, apart from the last episode was the one where they go to Gotham. But that episode wasn't supposed to be the last episode of the season. That was supposed to be the first episode of season 2. But they brought it forward because for some reason. So I'm guessing that's why the real finale was the previous episode.
Right, okay. That would make sense. Because I remember something about there being Superboy or something and the dog.
Yes, that's right, yes.
Nothing of that was mentioned at all in this entire episode, so they completely forgot that existed.
Okay.
And they were like, it explains now why. They were like, let's just tie up all these loose ends in this one episode. I was like, right, okay, cool. And it's just, it's not great. The one redeeming feature of it all, apart from Deathstroke, was the fact they actually shown Beast Boy finally change into something else other than the tiger.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, he has got the power to change into something else apart from the tiger.
Interesting.
Yeah. So now we need something new to watch.
Okay. Well, The Boys is just around the corner, Reg.
I mean, if I could suggest anything,
Prime, then yes.
Well, Reg, you get I think you get a free trial of Apple TV Plus, and honestly, you've got 3 shows that I can't recommend enough. There's Mythic Quest, which is fantastic. It's what's his name from
Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, what's his name? Rob Mahoney. His name is. It's written and directed by him as well. Danny Pundy's in it as well, which is cool.
It's about a video game, an MMO development studio, right?
Right, okay.
It was a bit like Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
See, when I got me on the minute you mentioned MMO, because I am jonesing.
They've got like
what's a TV program about an MMO?
They've got a kid character in it that's a bit like PewDiePie, and the whole system and the whole business relies on what this 9-year-old kid thinks. But there's a big plot twist on him as well, but that's really good. You've got the morning show, which I guarantee Ashley will love, and I bet you will too. It's really good. That's with Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon, and
so the cast is massive in that, isn't it?
Yeah,
they've been interviewed on one of the chat shows over here.
Michael from The Office.
Steve Carell.
Yeah. That turned out to be an amazing show, and also
Space Force.
Space Force was all right. I mean,
it was all right. That's the best thing you can say about it.
I'm undecided whether
no interest in that.
It was
no interest in that.
It just wasn't funny enough. That's the only problem. I was entertained by the story. That's what kept me going through it, but it just wasn't it wasn't as funny as it really needed to be. That's a shame.
Then you've got
I
Central Park, which is really good.
Yeah,
I watched Upload, which is the other show from
What did you think?
of The Office. Really good. Bit cheesy acting at times, but overall quite an entertaining show.
I loved it. I'm really excited for season 2. Absolutely loved it.
So the idea is, Reg, it's on Amazon Prime, unfortunately. So yeah.
Well, stop telling me stuff that's on Amazon Prime. I don't have Amazon Prime.
Prime, Jesus.
Genuinely, I've got every other sort of streaming service, and I can't afford to keep getting streaming services.
Yeah, well, what have you still got to watch on Disney Plus? You must be all out.
Everything.
Imagineering Story.
That is great. I love that. But it's like Oliver's now starting to pay attention to things for longer than 10 minutes. So we've got he loves the Wall-E that I've got. I'm sure we talked about this on the pod.
Have you watched the
remote control Wall-E thing? And then you've got a Wall-E in real life little clip bit that they do for Pixar in real life. It's called
Pixar in real life, yeah. With the bins. That's fantastic.
And he comes out of the bins, and
comes
Oliver's
out with the ring.
"Oh my god, it's Wall-E!" And like me, and I'm like, "Oh my god, this is amazing."
I reacted in exactly the same way.
So well,
really good.
But he's still obsessed with my Wall-E robot, like massively obsessed with Wall-E robot. So I need to try and find a remote control for it. That's not 700 quid.
Get your trial of Disney Plus and just smash those, because they're like single season stuff. Like, for example, the morning show that won't have a season 2. That's done now, so that's just a 10 episode film basically.
Right. Have you, just because you mentioned Wall-E, someone recently on I think it was on Reddit, it was on probably Reddit, worked out how long Wall-E must have been alone.
On that planet,
based on the fact that they looked at how big the cubes are, how tall those towers were that he builds. You know, the cubes of trash, how big he is. So how many he must have put there, and how long it takes to do one, and how long a day lasts, and then he has to go and recharge. And apparently, he was building those towers for 700 years.
I wonder how many little cockroach friends he had in that time.
Well, cockroaches live forever, don't they? Apparently.
No, they live through anything, but they'll.
In answer to your question, Sean, no, you need to purchase Apple TV Plus to get a year's worth of free. So it's not really a year's worth of free thing, but I don't get a 7-day or anything free trial.
Yeah.
You sure?
Buy an iPhone, or you get a year if you buy an iPhone or buy Apple TV or anything.
I got my notification from Vodafone last week, like, "Hey Reg, you know your phone's coming up for an upgrade now. You can upgrade in like 2 weeks' time." Like, wow. Can I?
Shame you don't know anyone who can help you with that now.
I'm literally going on Black Friday. I'm not going to upgrade again until Black Friday because that deal was just so good. But I'm torn now between 3 phones.
Here you go, 7 days free, then $4.99 a month.
How did you get that?
Apple TV website.
I'm on their website and I don't even get that.
If you go to where it says Apple TV Plus,
maybe,
and then at the top it says
on a Mac, and they're like,
Mac
user, you're worth.
At the top it says check.
Oh no,
it says check eligibility.
I've literally just gone back on it, and the very first screen before you press sign in, it's like, "Hey, do you want to try it free? It's a 7-day free trial." I'm like, you know what? Fuck you, Apple. If we didn't record this, then none of that would have happened. It would have just given me that straight.
Oh my god! There's a new documentary, The Beastie Boys Story.
Oh yeah, I saw the trailer for that. I would love to watch that.
We got a 7-day free trial.
True.
On their website.
Incidentally, there's only 2 episodes at the moment, but Fraggle Rock On is amazing.
Wow.
It's really not Fraggle Rock. What am I talking about? The Muppets show, the new Muppet show,
Muppets Now or whatever.
Muppets Now.
Oh, is that not on Disney?
That's Disney Plus.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Cool. I was going to say, I'm sure it's on Disney.
So check out the Fraggle Rock one.
It's like, is it like Modern Family but with Muppets?
I'm not seeing Modern Family.
That's what I heard.
It's like a sketch show.
How have you not seen Modern Family? It's honestly, next time you've got your 2 weeks off, sit and binge watch all of Modern Family.
Yeah. Or was
Don't-
that
don't-
what was the
don't
last
leave your
Muppets
house.
TV show they did?
It's just what was that? Sorry,
What was the last Muppets TV show they did?
the Muppets,
No, it was something.
and it was on Sky One, and it was like The
That
Office.
was
It
Modern
was
Family.
it had
Yeah,
the
that was the
dreadful
one.
face and stuff.
And that was amazing.
It's so good. But
That was. But
Sean,
anyway,
honestly,
sorry.
Modern Family is one of the greatest TV shows you will ever watch.
It's on Netflix and it's on Amazon. It's on both of them for some reason, and it's on Now TV.
Yeah,
Who knows why? But
and it's on every single weekend on Sky One. So you've got no reason why you can't.
yeah, watch
Might
the
have a
first
look.
episode, and you will be completely sold on it by the end of it.
So
You know-
talking about
The minute there's a Lion King reference, you're going to be like, right, yeah, this is my next.
Oh, there's so many. And the dude from the Muppets movie, The Muppets Most Wanted, who plays the French policeman, who's
Yes,
amazing.
exactly.
Phil Dunphy. He's one of the main dudes in
I
Muppets.
love that film.
And he's so good.
Yeah.
Like, my name is Kermit the Frog.
they've changed Kermit's voice, which is
Yes.
upsetting.
Well, they did in was it in the film or I think and
It's only
a bit-
recently.
a bit odd.
It was something to do with the. They haven't been very forthcoming with it, but there was some controversy with violence.
Did
Apparently.
Kermit get me too?
Don't know. But yeah, talking about
So
TV
many
shows.
things about this piggy. So
Two
many
things.
about this piggy.
No, they split up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
so-
in the film, wasn't it?
Two things. First of all, I finally got around to watching Friday Night Dinner, and I thought it was fucking hilarious. Did you not like it?
No, I hate
Oh,
it. I can't. And it's weird because I shouldn't, because it's got Brian from Spaced in. And
yeah,
if there's
that's
one
what I
thing
mean.
I
and it
love,
was
it's
fantastic.
Spaced.
Well,
But the other thing I wanted to talk about was I've been listening to the Fake Doctors, Real Friends podcast.
I was at
that's
the
Scrubs.
Zach Braffen.
Their
Yeah.
theme is fantastic. It's them two singing, and it starts, "Here's a story about a show we made." I can't remember the rest of it, but it's fantastic. It's really good.
Is it just like stories about when they were doing that, or is it just what they're up to now, or like
The
what?
watch along, right?
They're going episode by episode, and
Oh,
I've
right,
already
so it's no
learned
Scrubs.
so much. Yeah. So, like for example, I always thought episode 3 was My Old Lady, but apparently My Old Lady was episode 4, and it got swapped round to do with director availability. So they lumped episodes 2 and 3 together. So they lumped together episodes 2 and 4 together because the director was only available at a certain time and didn't want to come back and forwards to New York. So My Old Lady got pushed back an episode. So it's supposed to be episode 3, but in the DVDs it's episode 4. There's
Right.
loads of stuff
Does
going
that
on.
have
like that.
any bearing on anything now?
Well, no, not storytelling wise, but I just thought it was interesting because I didn't notice that it was episode 4 on the DVDs. Because I remember on the shows, and if you download them illegally, not that I'd do that, but it still comes down as episode 3, My Old Lady.
Right. Okay. I mean, I'll be controversial and say that's not interesting, only because there are times when that's happened and that has affected story, and in
Yeah.
fact affected an entire show's future, such as
Well-
the Clerks animated series, which got cancelled after 2 episodes because for some reason they decided to show, was it episode 5 as episode 2, and it was like, wasn't that the clip show one?
Mm-hmm.
The second episode was a clip show. It's just,
Yeah.
it was a bit insane.
That happened in Scrubs, exactly the same thing, and it was it was a network choice to put the. Do you remember the fairy tale episode? They made that as a season finale, and the season finale was supposed to be when Kelso left. So they switched around the episodes. So you had the second to last episode was Kelso leaving,
Right.
and then they had the fairy tale story where Kelso was still in it. Like it just didn't make any sense. It was like, oh, is he back? And it was a network decision. It was nothing to do with Bill's decision. But they keep joking about season 9 as well, which is great. Like they haven't talked about it yet because it is a watch along, but they haven't actually. But they keep making little references and little digs to it.
Turf was in it, wasn't he? Like permanently, he was in every episode.
Yeah.
But JD was only in the first 3 and the last one or something.
But Bill Lawrence comes into the 3rd episode and he mentions season 9, and they all have a good laugh about it. But there was other things as well, like the music. I always knew that there was something to do with music being different on streaming services. So if you watch Scrubs on Prime or on Netflix, it uses different songs at really important moments, like "Dreaming of You," for example, when they first sleep together. Up in my lonely room. Whoa.
The choral.
All right.
The choral, sorry, yeah. That song is replaced by some really weird sort of Hawaiian steel drum music in the streaming episode, and it's because of the fact that they weren't licensed for streaming music. So it's those tracks that are missed out are tracks that aren't licensed for streaming.
That is why Ed, which is one of my favourite TV shows ever, it was so good. The show about the guy who opens up a law practice in a bowling alley. It's never been released on DVD. It's never been released on any streaming service because they use so much licensed music in it, and then the whole landscape changed, and they weren't allowed. It would have cost them too much to do it, so they've never been re-released.
But Bill was saying
poorly downloaded versions that
he didn't.
And that's it.
Bill was saying he didn't even consider it at the time. He was like, because he also pointed out that all those original episodes in season 1 were also shot in 4:3. They were also shot in film because they were that old. I mean, you're talking early 2000s. But there was so much in it that was like fascinating. You've got to listen to it.
Yeah. Well, while you guys talk about the next thing, I'm just going to go and grab something to show you, which I think you'll be interested in seeing. Okay?
If it's your penis, I'm not interested. I
was going to say,
I think Reg is out too.
It's a live stream. We're not going to do that.
I mean,
are you sure?
the trust has gone, Dan. It's completely gone.
You need to make sure that you're at least filling the time.
We will.
Don't just sit in silence.
You hadn't even like literally let us do it.
Right, I'm going now. Bye.
Sod off.
Are they little cats on his pillow?
Yep, they're cats in space.
Interesting. So Reg, never trust a magician.
No. Oh, geez.
I know we can't talk about that on pod, but
no. But
little joke there.
What we can talk about is something that you'd love, which I'm not really a huge fan of. But I think you'd find interesting. Have you heard that Christopher Eccleston's returning as the Ninth Doctor again?
Is he?
He is. It is only going to be for a audio audio series that they're doing. But apparently this is huge because he's declined coming back even for like their anniversary shows and stuff like that.
It mustn't have anything to do with the original screenwriters then.
Yeah, no, I was going to say he had massive falling out with those guys. But because he said, hey, this is going to be an audio thing, please could we just like do this?
So is it going to be like a retrospective, like a bit like what the Buffy comics are, like stories when it was happening before the finale?
It just says the series is going to feature full cast audio adventures, and it's going to be released across 4 box sets.
What is this?
It's coming through. Christopher Eccleston returning as the Ninth Doctor.
Oh, right, yeah.
Apparently he's very excited because it's been 15 years for him to revisit the Ninth Doctor's world.
And he's been getting harassed about it. Also, he's probably been getting harassed about it ever since he left.
Yeah, but he left because he was like, I'm not doing that again.
Yeah, but that was because of the fallouts he had with the writing staff.
As long as someone else is writing it, that's fine.
Right, come on, Dan.
First of all, before I do that, I made the mistake of buying Animal Crossing on the 3DS.
Oh God, not you as well.
Well, no, not me. I've just walked in. Well, it's my 3DS, and I
not anymore.
I have lots of games on it. I play those, but I thought I'll buy it. It was a £5 for Animal Crossing on Amazon, so I thought I can't not buy it. I could sell it for 3 times that.
If you wanted your 3DS back, you wouldn't have never bought Animal Crossing.
No,
it's yours gone.
In the living room, and there she is, sat watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine and playing on the 3DS on Animal Crossing. So, that's the end of that one.
I was watching...
I'll get back to Zelda eventually.
I was watching.
Well, if we're talking about things that we bought, hang on 2 seconds. Actually, Reg, carry on. I'll be right back.
So I was watching. Obviously, the guys that do Critical Role do loads of other series now because it's now their thing. That they're like, shit, we can just quit doing what we need to do voice act wise, and we'll just do loads of like anything we want for content on their channel. So they started doing this thing called Animal Talk, which is they've all created their islands on Animal Crossing, and they will literally just stream like a chat show from Animal Crossing. And last week they had Selena Gomez on singing her new song, and they had like the dog who plays guitar on the thing playing guitar on it and stuff. Wow. It was like really weird, but like Matt Mercer's Island, literally just go on IGN when we go on YouTube when we finish and type in Matt Mercer Animal Crossing. Like the level of customization that has gone into that, he's turned it into like a D&D land. He's got like proper medieval castles and gothic stuff and like a summoning portal for hell. He's got like all sorts of across his island. I'm like, wow. And you go watch like someone else is like, here's some rainbows and some lovely butterflies. He's like, yeah, I've got some skulls here, demon there, coffin here, castle there. I'm like, holy shit. But he explains how he made it all and everything as well. So it's not just like, some guy made it for me and dumped it on my island. He was like, I did this and figured out I could do that. And this is how I did. And he run through it all, but the walk around's only about 10 minutes, but it looks incredible. Like it really
himself put the 200 hours in that was needed.
Yeah, because he was saying in between, like, because they journey quite a lot for like doing shows and stuff, and now during lockdown he's like, there's nothing for us to do, so we're just like sitting off. Like his missus, who's also in Critical Role, she's got her own Switch. And they just sit there in the front room, not really having conversations. They're just sitting in there, like grinding for like gold and stuff, just playing Animal Crossing. It's weird. But
I've got a good rate on turnips. All right, I'm visiting you now.
Yeah, like that's how weird it is. But it's nice because there's like our nieces and stuff we don't really get to see very often. Like they've got Animal Crossing, so now Ash has got their islandy codes to jump over and actually go and play with them now and chat with them and stuff. So it's nice that you can do that, but on the same note, I don't understand turnip exchange and stuff.
No,
it's like a whole level.
I don't think this one's got that, but we'll see. All I know is I'm on a campsite, and I'm the mayor. Apparently, I was on a train. I got off the train, and they were like, "Oh, it's Mayor Dan." And I'm like, "I'm not the mayor." And they go, "No, you're definitely the mayor. The mayor is going to be on that train, and you're the only one that got off it, so you're definitely the mayor." I'm like, "Okay."
Like, I'm not, but Shell is. Shell?
Well, yeah.
She's like, yes.
Exactly. So I got this.
Oh, it's arrived.
Yay.
Nice.
First of all,
I was looking at these in the Lego shop the other day.
In the eyes.
I know.
I watched a video of a dude deconstruct it because apparently part of it was broken, so he takes it like completely apart, and it looks terrifying when it hasn't got the shell on.
Yeah, and you can quite easily take the bottoms off, and then he just looks like he's wearing.
Yeah,
those.
Because you can get different costumes and stuff, can't you?
Robot Mario.
But he literally takes off the red bits and just has it so it's the LCD screens underneath it, so it's just the eyes that pop up and stuff.
The LCD screen apparently covers this entire area, and it's just got plastic blocking it. So hold on.
Amazing.
It's so good. And then obviously, you get different things. We got a little whoops. Got him, and then he's got a little barcode on, and then see that's a little camera, and then when he jumps
scan the barcode. Yeah.
Look, I'm getting coins, and also different colours. So green, he just goes, "Oh, that's a grass," and then look, I'm gonna go on to red here. So
does he say that's a grass?
Look, he's fire.
Can't see him.
Can you see him?
Yeah.
It's amazing. And we bought some of those, Lego Hidden Side. We bought one of those sets, which is the sets where you make them and they have little targets on them that you get the app, and you use your camera, and it's augmented reality, and ghosts come out of graves and stuff. And it's really nice sets. And we thought, this is going to have a bit of replay value because you've got to, you trap ghosts, and then you've got to get different characters and level up your characters. But it's really boring. The sets are great. You play it once and you're done with it. And I thought this was going to be the opposite. I thought that this is going to look amazing, but it's probably going to be a bit boring to play. But it's actually genuinely really fun.
Right. So how does it work?
So you have a starting block, and that's got a little barcode on that says start. You put him on there, and then he starts playing the music, and 60 seconds comes on his little clock on his little belly. And then you have to bounce on all the little green things, and that's grass, and then jump onto there'll be little seesaws that have got characters sat on, and when you hit them, the characters fall off, and when they fall off, they reveal their barcodes, so you can jump on them. There's like a Koopa Trooper at the end of the level that we've got, and you've got to kick him off the castle and then jump on him 5 times for him to lose all his health, and then you get 10 coins.
So don't you have to roll how long you can?
No, you get 60 seconds, and you just have to run around the course in the order that you set it. So you can make this course however you like.
Right.
And that's it really. So it is very like, it's all at the mercy of like, well, what do you want to do? You could just jump on this thing 50 times and get 50 coins if you want, but the fun is sort of moving around and all the interactive bits. And
are you going to make a video?
Yeah, I have. I'm in the process of. If you make...
of course he's going to.
It's so good. Honestly, you've got to see it all in action. If you buy it from the Lego store, so when we pre-ordered it, you got this extra add-on set, which is a really good little set. It's going to be worth like 15 to 20 quid. And at the moment, if you buy it in the Lego shop, you get it, but only for another couple of days. And it's a thwomp rock thing, the big rock thing, and then the little gopher character that I can't remember his name. But you come along to it, you jump on a power block. Power block knocks this seesaw, which flings the rock sideways. That then reveals his barcode. You then jump on the barcode. That pushes a lever, and then that pops the gopher out, and he flies out of his little burrow, and then reveals his barcode. So it's just so clever. And if you look at they're online, like I'll probably never be able to afford this one, but the big set you can get is Bowser's Castle, and that's like the boss battle, and it looks amazing. It's got so many little interactive elements in it. So it's so good. And the more you buy, the bigger your set gets. I'm really looking forward to investing in a few other ones.
Benjamin would love it. He'd absolutely love it, but it would be under the couch within seconds.
Your cat would destroy it and eat it.
Yeah. He doesn't eat them. He just hides them.
Cool. You can put his hat backwards, and then he looks like a really cool dude.
Nice.
So, talking of Nintendo, do you want to see what I bought?
Uh-oh.
Yes. Have you bought Animal Crossing as well?
Oh,
you got the Ring Fit Adventure.
So when we were at EGX, back when conventions were actually happening, that was last September, was it?
Yeah.
Sean spent a good sort of 20 minutes, half an hour on the Wii Ring Wii Fit. I was going to say the Switch Ring Fit stall, having a go, and the guy was telling him all about it. It was very, very interesting, and you loved it, didn't you?
You know what?
You got it on video.
I was worried about how much it would cost. I got it on the Amazon, the French Amazon website.
About 60 quid, right?
It was cheaper in euros, so I ended up getting it for like £51. And I was worried it was going to be shit. I was worried it was going to be gimmicky. And when I got it, Laura said that she didn't think that she thought that it was going to break.
Yeah, it looks like it.
But the thing is,
don't know,
you can.
And I'm watching the video.
It touches.
It's literally like a ring, like a plastic ring, and there's little sensors in it, aren't there? So you
put the controller in.
Yeah, but you also put a controller in on your leg, right?
There's another. Yeah, all that is just a little pouch that straps
so
on
your leg and things like that. But it takes a lot of strength to push it, doesn't it? It's
I
flexible.
can't. I mean, just demoing that.
And part of that is partly where the fitness bit comes from, because it is you're sort of.
But it's not just pushing; it's also pulling as well. So some of the things you have to pull. Like there's this one game, and it's one of my favourites actually. It's one I play the most, where you're on a parachute and you hold the parachute above your head like that.
You hold the ring right above your head.
You hold the ring, but on the screen the ring turns into a parachute. Yeah. And to fall quicker, you push it, and the parachute disappears. But to fall slower, you pull it out, and the parachute extends. And you've also got to lean. Like if you lean backwards, you'll come down. If you lean forward, you'll you'll come up on the screen. So you've also got to like maneuver yourself, and you play like a minute of it, 2 minutes of it, and your arms really start hurting, because at the end of the day, it's resistance. It's the same as like, going to the gym and doing the weights, because it's just all about resistance.
I feel like if it was fragile and was going to break, I feel like there would have been an outcry. Of people going, "Oh, I knew this was going to break." So yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, I think your Joy-Con will fail before the ring does. The Joy-Con will start drifting.
Well, they've clearly made it. They've made it so it's like it's versatile. You know what I mean? But there's the part of the game called Ring Fit Adventure, which is like the campaign, if you like, it's getting harder and harder, and it really does push you. You battle these like little monsters, and you have to do like different things like squats and stuff, and chair presses, and it's exhausting. And you'll do 10 minutes of it, and it's like, okay, I get it. That's like a gym workout. And it also, I didn't realize the controllers did this, but at the end of each level, it asks you to put your thumb over the IR part of the Switch controller. What that does, it measures your heart rate.
Yeah.
Like, how does it do that? And also, like, why did they, like, when they were designing the Switch, because this is, how long's the Switch been out now? What, 3 years, 4 years?
Yeah.
So were they thinking about this when they were making the Joy-Cons, do you think? Were they like, hang on, let's put a heart monitor in there? Well, let's put something...
Well, not necessarily, because there's a lot of phones that after... I can't remember who first put one in. I think it was like one of the Samsungs put a heart monitor in.
But that's with a light. That's with a light, though. Well,
but so is this. This is just using an infrared light that you can't see. And all it does... So, yeah, the point is that a lot of phones then... retroactively were like, oh, actually we can do a heart monitor, and all it did was it used the flash, which was right next to the camera. You put your finger over the camera, and the flash went, and it somehow lights it up, and the camera works out what your pulse is. It's very clever.
That's disappointing, because when I first did that, I was like, hang on, with the research and development team, did they already have the plan for the Ring Fit, like when they first produced it?
It wouldn't surprise me, because one of the biggest things, one of the biggest things on the Wii was the Wii Fit.
Yeah.
And like, that was phenomenal. So this, I mean, if it is as good as what you're saying is, then hopefully that'll be good, because there's 33 minutes left for me to win it on eBay unopened for £36.
Are you actually looking at it?
Yeah. So
honestly, awesome. Reg, I mean,
so if it's good, I'll grab it.
I was looking at. I've been looking at gym memberships for ages. I mean, I get discounts through work. When I was with Apple, I used to get a free gym membership, and I just never went. I never went because I was too embarrassed, and I didn't want to be around other people while I was doing embarrassing stuff like running on. And I know that sounds ridiculous because they're all doing the same thing, but there's just this element of not really having experience and maybe being judged and stuff. But what I liked about this was the fact that they're first of all, it's gamifying exercise. I'm getting points, I'm getting experience points, I'm unlocking achievements, and secondly, I'm coming away after playing for 20 minutes, half an hour, hurting in places that I would hurt if I'd gone to the gym. You know what I mean?
I use the Quest for the same. Yeah. I've got a couple of Quest workout things for the Quest, so Dan smiling, so like, yeah, I know what he's using on the Quest. I'm like, no.
no.
It's like, Box VR, and there's like your side load of some amazing fitness apps, which gamify it, like you say. You can use your music and stuff. You can load onto the Quest. But this looked cool. This Ring Fit when you were playing it.
Even silly things like the main when you're playing the Ring Fit, the Quest side of things, the adventure side of things, you're basically running with a thing in front of you, and as you jog on the spot, you see your character jog in the game, and then you'll get up to water, for example, so you need to lift your legs higher to go through water. So it's not just coming up saying lift those legs higher, it's like, hang on, I'm running through water now, I need to lift them up a bit more. And then you go through different things, so like you've got collectibles, like in Zelda, you'll see there's a chest, and to open the chest you have to point the ring at it and squeeze. When you squeeze it, it pulses, and then you'll see like floating coins on the left hand side, and what you've got to do to get them is you've got to squeeze it outwards, and that sucks them in. So that's suck, that's blow. And then when you come up to like a tree stump, for example, and you need to jump over it, you need to point this thing down and push, and if you push you jump, but if you press and hold you sort of fly through the air. So you're making your way through this world like physically. I just thought it was really interesting.
Clever. And you don't even realise you're exercising until the end of it, and you're like,
100%.
Why am I sweating?
Have you, just going to sound a really random question, but are you thirsty after the dragon on it?
How do you mean?
Have you seen the bad guy of the Ring Fit Adventure?
Well, I've seen the one from level 1. He's like this dragon thing. Yeah.
Right, okay, so you don't find him sexy?
No, why?
This is going to sound weird, but for God knows how long it was since that came out, genuinely, everyone is thirsty. It's like the new Bowserette. It's just
really?
like, it's gone weird. There's so many creepy fan stories, like fan fictions, and even like articles on like IGN, Kotaku, and like Eurogamer and stuff, where people like. And I know it's probably just me, but I find the dragon really sexy.
Yeah, look, have you seen a picture of him? Like, I'm looking at a picture of him now. But yeah, he's. I mean,
there's one of him posing like properly macho man posing and stuff, and just like right.
He's hench, and when I first battled him, I thought I was going to die, like genuinely.
Wow.
Yeah, I have no excuse for all this other than normal thirst. I can't even blame this on quarantine imposed loneliness. Can't explain any of it, but the heart wants what it really wants, and my heart wants tip and Dragorks.
Yeah.
So until
Dragorks.
then, I'll keep playing with my ring instead.
Brilliant.
There's so many weird things. Like, I wish I didn't look at my work laptop to do this.
Well, you get this little voice that's accompanied, because what they do is they make the ring in the game. They make it an actual thing that you carry around, and on the top of the ring in the game, there's this little face that talks to you and tells you you're doing really well. And one of the things it says is your sweat looks so shiny. It's like that's really weird.
Wow.
And every now and again he'll go and take a glass of water, and I'm like, yeah, I should probably do that because I'm sweating like fuck.
To tell you, I think you've played enough now. You need to take a break. Everything.
It kicks off if I don't do warm up and warm downs.
Yeah.
It's like, are you sure? We think you should warm down.
Great.
You should cool down. And it gets you to the cool downs. It gets you to basically put down both controllers and just follow this like 3-minute stretching regime.
Yeah, but you need to do it because otherwise you will be dead.
Yeah.
And it's like your arms will
controllers move.
Be so like, Well,
one of them, the worst one is they get you to do the knee to chest crunches. So you lie down on the floor, you put your arms behind you, and you get your legs and you bend them toward you, and you have to do that like 20 times. And I tell you what, like as I'm doing it, I can hear everything clicking. Like both knees are going click, 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 click. And I'm like, and it's like, and they're going 5 more times, and I'm like, I really don't want to.
I did this when I went to the gym when I first started, and I had like some PT trainer dude, Adam, who's brilliant. Like, probably one of the nicest PT people in the world ever, and a fan of Shenmue, which is great. But he was like, so show me what you can do. Can you do press ups? And I was like, no. He's like, can you at least try? And I was like, mate, there's people that are like this big there, and I don't really want to look like a dick in front of them. So, no. And he's like, I'll tell you what, do this then. So he was just doing stuff like that, going like, can you do like these sort of sit-ups? And I was like, yeah, no worries. Like, right, if I put my arms on your legs, try and bring yourself up to me. And I was like, right, okay. And as soon as he did that, like, everything just went, ow. Oh my God. And he's like, I don't even understand how your shoulders did that. And I was like, I don't know. I think I'm broken.
It's because waking up muscles.
dead.
You're waking up muscles that haven't seen the light of day for like 20 years. Like I could hear clicks from muscles, which are basically saying, "Oh, hello, how have you been? How's school?" Not in school anymore.
It is weird. It's like I pick up Oliver now, though, and sometimes like I'll be out of action for like 3 days. If I pick him up wrong, I'm just like, oh my god.
Well, I played. The last time I played was on Saturday afternoon / evening, and I haven't played since. And I can still feel up here is still like aching.
So it's working then, which is great.
Yeah.
No pain, no gain.
I mean,
no, it's amazing. Like that's cool.
If you're feeling dull muscle pain, that means something's going on, right?
Yeah, definitely. If it hurts to have a glass of water, that's amazing.
But also, it tries to tone it down as well. Like after it's made me do the knee crunches, it'll then say, it'll then do a bit of yoga with me, which is where it's getting you to get the ring and hold it above, and then just slowly bring it down in front of you. But you're controlling your breathing at the same time, and then bringing it back up again and leaning forwards. So that's like a fairly low maintenance exercise, but it's doing that because you've just done the knee crunches. But these are still counting as battle points because it's all like battle points from like like Final Fantasy. So every time you do a squat or you do a sit up or you do a press up or you do a squeeze, you'll take an amount of damage off one of the enemies you're fighting. You see their damage ring go down, and then when it's their turn to attack you, you've got to hold the ring like this, and you've got to do a crunch, but you've got to hold it. So you hold it for like 5 seconds and then let go and hold it for another 5 seconds. So you're doing presses into your chest. So even for defense points. So it's all about attack and defense points. So they've gamified the whole sort of exercise experience. It's really clever.
That's a Silicon Valley term, that, isn't it? Gamifying, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's where I heard that.
100%.
Yeah.
It's like when I used to work for Bose and they used to talk about edutainment, just a cross between entertainment and education.
Yeah. So, as you mentioned, your personal trainer. Yeah, and you said that he was a fan of Shenmue.
Yes.
Yes. Are you going to show him your little thing that you finally see?
We spoke about this a couple of times.
Yeah.
On the pod,
a nice way to finish the episode.
About how my T-shirt had gone from all over, like literally from a Kickstarter. We genuinely thought it was going to be like Sean's Cup. Like I half expected Dan to make a theme tune from it, but thankfully there's no need.
No,
because randomly out of the blue, with no tracking update whatsoever, the doorbell went. I was having a really shit morning.
Carry on, I'll be right back.
But Sean, you've got to see it. Dan's already seen it. He's
Sean
just
has left the chat.
He's literally gone to check on his food. He doesn't realise that we're here. But yes, so literally the Ash went, "Oh, I wonder what this is." I'm like, "What?" She's ordered that much stuff for Oliver. Like, I don't know what it is. It could be anything. And she was like, "I think this might be a certain something."
Wait. Has Sean got his cup?
Is that your cup?
No, that's not it, is it?
That's not the one that didn't turn off.
You're on mute.
Sorry. Yeah, they've Vessel have full on closed down. In fact, their website, if you go to My Vessel now, it's some shopping website. It's nothing to do with them.
Right.
They have dissolved. This was the next bottle I was telling you about, and I sent a message to you guys saying I'm thinking about getting a new bottle.
And you were all like, things warm.
No, this is the one that look, it flashes on the top.
Why does a bottle need to have an LED light on it?
Because there's this thing, and apparently it shines UV lights into whatever's in there to clean it.
Yeah, it's what's it? I've seen, because of Rona and everything, lots of UV cleaning things. Like you put your phone into this box and press a button, and it shines with UV light, and apparently that kills everything.
I mean, I'm not sure if it works. I've had it for 6 months now, and I haven't used it once.
Have you been sick?
Well, then it doesn't fucking work, does it? If it worked, then you'd be wanting to use it.
I've not tried it. I'm just not.
Yeah, but Sean
while you're doing your workouts, Sean, and you're actually getting fit and stuff, use that. Put water in that, and have that next to you, so you can clean the shit up while you're actually doing a workout.
Surely it only cleans like the top layer of water.
Well, no, because it shines it in, doesn't it? And
Yeah,
water's transparent.
Yeah, but a light doesn't get all the way. It dissipates as it goes through the water.
Well, it's through a company called Norden, Norden. So if you want to read up more about it,
yeah, I don't think
I'm all right with the cup, to be honest, mate.
Yeah,
I've got a clean canteen, and it keeps hot drinks hot, cold drinks cold for up to 72 hours or 36 hours, depending on how hot and cold you want it. And you know what the great thing about that is? You can drink from it like you can with what you've got there and what you've got there.
This one,
it's all
I put that there. I put the straw down and it's closed, and then nothing leaks out. And then I go like that, and suddenly I can access my liquid.
And
I'm
do you know
pretty
what
sure
else is great as well?
And got a handy carrying hook.
Yeah, but mine's got a little handle on as well, so I can attach it to the backpack and stuff, which is great.
Red t-shirt.
But as I say, the most important thing is the fact that the thing that rocked up. Like, I'm on a laptop camera, so it's going to be really awkward for me to try and get this in. But I've got my Shenmue 3 t-shirt.
We saved Shenmue.
Yeah, we did. And on the back of it, I don't know if you'll be able to see.
Yeah, down a bit.
Can you see the picture?
Down a bit.
Yeah.
Keep going down. Down. There we go. That'll do. Yeah. Beautiful. It's actually a nice picture on the back.
It's awesome. It's freaking awesome. But the last notification I had was on the 18th of June. It went back again to California.
Yeah.
So it literally been to America 3 times. And then on the third trip to the UK, it was like, I suppose you better have it now. And I was like, I just didn't expect. So the first thing I did was like, oh my God, I've got it. This is amazing. Let's email and complain. I've not had my soundtrack, my art book, my illustration. Because all those should have come before this T-shirt. Not this T-shirt's or anything that came. So I'm like, yay, I've got one. Surely I should have the rest.
Mm.
Well, sorry to just go back to the bottle for a second, because I was just looking it up online. It's called the Liz, Liz.
Right.
It says it destroys 99.9% of harmful viruses, and also if a double tap on the top, it glows like this.
Yeah,
and if it's empty, it will sterilize the bottle as well as eliminate a bad smell.
Yeah.
Guess how much? It feels like it's getting hot. I think that's just some pollen. Guess how much it is, full price.
170 quid.
350 millilitres it is. No, 480 mil.
I thought you were going to say pounds.
No. It's not over £100.
No.
$69.99.
Yeah.
Then it's a bargain at £65. Currently on sale for $47, and I bought it for about $25 on Kickstarter. Came out early. And if you know anything about me, it's that I love a good bottle and a Kickstarter.
But why did you never tell us about this?
I did, and
you did.
Your
and
response
we shut them
was
off because we didn't care.
No, I did. The last cup I remember you saying you were going to buy was one that keeps stuff warm.
Oh no, that's one they sold at Apple. I didn't get that.
No, exactly. But I don't remember you saying that you were going to buy a sterilizing bottle on Kickstarter.
Well,
Dad,
I bought a sterilizing bottle on Kickstarter.
Okay. And what's it called?
Liz.
L-I-Z.
L-I-Z by Norden.
No, I think you're mispronouncing that. I think it's pronounced lies.
Jesus.
Because it does nothing. It shines a torch into a bottle.
Sean Buttercup.
Put water in it, right? Water.
I'm doing a song
with water. Just put water in it and it cleans it.
Sean Buttercup, it did turn up, but it does nothing.
But it was a mistake. Anyway, with that, can we call it a day?
Yeah, we can.
It's been a pleasure. Hopefully, this live stream worked. You'll never see it, people at home, but we will. And then hopefully next week we'll be fully live.
We'll be ready.
The old Fat Shape book, and you can chat to us as we're going. You can tell us how badly we're doing, and you can correct us when we're completely wrong.
Yeah.
Great, and Afa keeps telling me just to wrap it up.
Exactly. Right. Thanks, guys. It's been a pleasure.
It has been a pleasure as always.
As always.
It's good
See you later,
back as
guys.
well.
It's good to be back.
Bye.
Toodles.